Ramsey Show. If you want to do your debt-free scream live on the show, visit RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream. We'd love for you to come to Nashville and tell Dave your story. That's RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream.
Alrighty, Ramsey Show over. Okay, I will put my links in the chat and then we'll get started here. Listen to the Rachel Cruz song while I do that.
Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. For good advice that you learned in her youth. Talked up friendly to shows up how to be millionaire. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not there.
What a pitchy dog.
Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. Guess that's what we all love, Rachel Cruz. All right.
All right. Cool. Episode number 229, it says right there. And I'm inclined to believe myself on that. I believe that's correct. Alrighty. Everybody ready to sing? Actually, you don't have to sing. You can just sing. Listen for the drum taps. All plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Step mortgage, we do not do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5, save for your kids. No student loans and all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live so large, and now you get to give so large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now. You should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do the baby steps. And if you play the trumpet, you should take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. These links are at the top of the chat and also in the video description. You can email me about said financial coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel or anything else at all. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty. So today on the show, we had Dave Ramsey hosting, and tomorrow is Friday, so likely not the case. So probably it's going to be Deloney and either Camel or Coleman. You never know. Rachel could sneak in there, but I don't know. Don't know about that. Dave's co-host today was, of course, our guy, George Camel. And if I can, there we go. That's where that is. And we, of course, have the quarter of a verse and the chorus for the George Camel song. And it goes like this. It goes, yeah, 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 yeah. The George Show 3 podcast, they don't cost a cent. Borrow, feature, on-trade leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. AOL, they said Deloney, you still wear flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. He got a second dog, y'all. Still didn't replace his car, though. Market report. And after yesterday was all fun and games with everything up, being mostly led by small cap. Small cap is the second most down today, following the NASDAQ as the most down, which means your boy will not be winning fantasy mutual funds. That's probably going to be a Troy Story victory for tomorrow, which if so, that would make it 2 for him and 1 for Kelly. They're tied now at 1 apiece. And doing a new thing where we reset it every month. And when I say we, I mean me, because I'm the one that's making up all the rules for that. All right. I don't know that there's a reason. Let's see if there's one. PSTG jump on earnings. AEO and snow, I don't know what that is. A snowflake, I don't know what that is. Fertilizer stocks rise. Yeah, it's March 1st. Time to be doing some planting. Get out to your hardware stores and buy stuff. Make that garden. Let's see, NASDAQ, SP 500 and Dow Jones drop in choppy trading session. Does it say why? Does it guess why? Uncertain trading that has dominated the week so far, except for yesterday. And the day before that, actually. Is it gonna say? Let's see. Oil prices moderated after German economy minister Robert Habeck said he would oppose an embargo of Russian oil and gas because we would threaten the social peace in the republic with that. So I don't know what that means. I guess that means if you don't do that, then oil and gas skyrocket. And so maybe that's why he's not going to do that. Although Robert, what was his name? Robert Habeck. That's not really Robert's not really a German name. Maybe he's an import. Maybe you don't have to be born there to be the economy minister. I do not know the dealio on that. Let's see. Jobless claims are headed back to pre-Omicron lows in wake of the collapse in cases and hospitalizations. All right, well, that's good. Boom, boom, boom. Index is now undershooting relative to Google mobility data, so we're expecting a hefty rebound in March as they hit to the services sector from the Omicron COVID wave fades. All right. Kroger, my favorite grocery store, is the biggest gainer in the S&P. As it hit a 52-week high after earnings. How about that? All right. I don't think we have, so we don't have a reason, I don't think. We'll see if it comes up on any of these other pages that I have, but let's see. Merck, for some reason, reporting at 1 a.m. They got, they have something to do. They busy right after that, leaving town, dumping the earnings report and saying we're out. We're out. Let's see. Costco, AJ, where you at? 4:15 p.m. Oh, that was today, so they already reported. Let's see what they said about the Costco. I think AJ probably spent enough there to make it go up. Let's see. After hours are down, so probably it went up today during the day, but down. Let's see if it says retailer sales pace slows. So AJ could not make up for everybody else not doing that. Yeah, report second quarter year to date. Okay, not saying. Costco Wholesale Corp outperforms market on strong trading day. Yeah, but that was before the earnings report. So yeah, not earnings. After the earnings come out, it went really, but I mean that's not crazy low. Not crazy low at all. As a matter of fact, it went down and then came back up, and then went down again, and then came back up, and then went back up, and then came down again. And now trying to come back up, but a little down. So it's going up and down, but not that far off from the close today. What else we doing? Oh, we're doing, let's see, Marvel Technology also reported in Broadcom. Next week is CrowdStrike and Rivian. Rivian's a electronic vehicle, I think just trucks, I believe, from Rivian. Not sure on that one. Most followed single stocks on the Google. The most down is Tesla, 4.61. Least down is the Apple with 0.2%. All right, let's see. So, a lot of people talking about the SoFi, and they have a checking and savings review. They have this is a Business Insider, and you can earn up to 1% APY on a savings / checking account. Bottom line, and this also, it does say, and notice this, advertiser disclosure. Many or all of the offers on this site are from companies from which Insider receives compensation for full list. Let's see here. So sometimes you get stories that are written, articles that are written, and they're basically just ads for it. But this is your bottom line here. Great account option. If you don't mind keeping your savings and checking in one account, you can earn a competitive interest rate on balances under $50,000 if you set up a direct deposit. Then there's your pros and cons for the account. Online only account. Some people don't think that's a con. If you overdraw by more than 50, it'll decline your purchase. It's a fee for depositing cash. So yeah, that is kind of bad. You don't want to charge. You want me to put money in there, so don't charge me for that. A low interest rate if you have a balance over 50,000 in checking, savings, or money vaults. So yeah, so those are the cons there. So you can check this out if you're interested. But yeah, this is kind of like what the bank rate site looks like. So if you're looking for a place to offer the best like money market high yield savings account, this 1% is probably going to be about the best you can do. Most all of the other ones are going to be like 0.5%. Let's see. Yeah, SoFi is a financial tech platform that offers loans, investments, accounts, and banking options. So. Alrighty, let's see. The Google will ask employees to spend 3 days a week in the office starting April 4th. I don't really know what the problem is with that. Let's see. Google is giving employees 1 more month of being fully remote before requiring them back in the office at least 3 days a week. The tech giant will end the voluntary work from home period on April 4th that gave its employees at the start of the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. It said Wednesday. The change will apply to Google's Bay Area offices, several other U.S. locations. So I don't know if that's a big deal where like people are insisting on staying home now. They can request an extension to work from home beyond April 4th, apply to be permanently remote, or change their main office location. Google said it has granted around 85% of those applications from nearly 14,000 employees worldwide since last June. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what, if they worked in the office beforehand and then all your cases are going down, just because you were allowed to work from home and then you decided you liked it better, they're not under any obligation to let you do that forever just because you want to. But it sounds like they're trying to work with you if you want to do that. Oh, I forgot to bring up, there it is. Yeah, I am working hard. Junk. Let's see, The Verge.com, and this says Verizon Plus Play will bundle customer subscriptions for Netflix, Peloton, Disney Plus, and more. Let's see how this works. It will also partner with Meta, and that, of course, is the artist formerly known as Facebook, on building out the metaverse. So let's see what this is. I'm wondering if it's like a buy now, pay later, but probably not. Let's just see what it does. Verizon announced Thursday that it's launching a new platform in partnership with Netflix, Peloton, Disney Plus, and other streamers as a hub for customers to discover, purchase, and manage some of their favorite subscriptions. Called Plus Play, the platform will launch with a select group of customers and brands at the end of the month, with a wider launch later this year, the company said in a news release. Plus Play will centralize streaming subscription services with no additional cost to Verizon subscribers. Okay, so Plus Play will let Verizon customers manage subscriptions across devices and provide information about deals on content services like its discount for access to the Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus bundle, and other promotional offers. However, with Verizon and other service providers, you'll want to keep an eye on the fine print. Oh, the fine print. Sometimes signing up for a discount automatically opts in users to data collection. Of course it does. Like its custom Experience Plus program that tracks location data, who you call, and what websites you visit. Who you call, it tracks. The company said in a news release that as more streaming platforms launch across various content areas like gaming, music, news, that it becomes difficult for customers to know what they have, what may be available to them, what we want them to buy. I just made up that last part. And whether they're getting the best value out of their subscriptions. Yeah, they want to help. They want to be involved in all of your little stuff. So, but anyway, if you have, you could do, if you have subscriptions to Netflix, Peloton, and Disney Plus, you could just manage them on their sites, those individual sites. You could do that. You could even cancel some of these if you're not using them that much. Maybe you only need one movie. Maybe you need Netflix or Disney Plus. Maybe you'd be fine. Maybe you don't get on the Peloton that much. Maybe you get on it, one time a month or something like that. You probably can save the monthly subscription in that case. That's what I'm thinking. Alrighty. Time is it? 6:30. There wasn't much going on. Let me check the financial page again and see if there was anything. Let me refresh it. Let's see. What is that? What's up today? Select retail and low price from Fidelity. Actually up today. Let's see. How the S&P 500 will react to 3 Russia-Ukraine scenarios according to a UBS machine learning model. Is it a... Oh, I can't watch it. I can't know about it. Can't know about it. Yeah, okay. So they don't want us to know about it that much, I guess. Would that be? Oh, because some articles on CNBC you can see and some not. Okay, let's see. This is what I was looking for earlier. Stock futures rise slightly as investors brace for February jobs report. No, when is that coming? Tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow. First Friday in the month, maybe. That sounds like that'd be a good day for a jobs report, doesn't it? Stock futures ticked up Thursday evening ahead of a key jobs report as investors kept an eye on developments in the war in Ukraine. It's not the Ukraine. I don't know. Although I've heard the Ukraine on the news forever and ever. Also, we had a little thing back in the day that was called Halley's Comet over and over and over again in the news. And then all of a sudden, Tom Brokaw one day said Halley's Comet. And I was like, what? So, and apparently that is what that is. Let's see. So we can check about the futures, S&P after hours. And then we go. I wonder where. I've seen that before. I thought it was on. This where it had the graph where it showed the after hours, but the after hours are not ticking up anymore. That must have been earlier, like right after the market closed. 0.39% down for the S&P. 1.29% down more from the NASDAQ and 0.18% down more than it was at the closed. Russian oil isn't sanctioned, but nobody wants to touch it anyway. Except Germany, seemed like, didn't it? From that other story. Alrighty. Oh. And we wanted to go back, see if there's anything else. Gap, Broadcom. Broadcom must have been, must have had a good earnings report if they went up. Russia will be impossible to invest in for a long while, says Mobius. That checks out. Clark Howard, he's another money guy person, added this new credit card to his wallet in 2022. Sure he did. Let's see. Discover the ultimate high-protein meal hack at Trader's Joe. Kind of interested in that. Let's check that out. Ultimate high-protein meal hack. What is it? Hey, look! Hey, Google's tracking me. They're putting ads based on what I've searched. Let's see, where are we? Shared a World Cup secret in a video with over 250,000 views. I need to do some World Cup secrets then, so I can get 250,000 views on something. That would be fun. Revealing you can get over 124 grams of protein in Trader Joe's frozen barbecue teriyaki chicken for only $5.49. That's a lot. You can have 4 separate meals. That's 150 per meal. Recommending you add it to rice for a more complete meal. For the record, he's not a nutritionist. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. That is a lot more protein in that than I would have thought. Crucial P5 1 terabyte solid state drive drops to new low price of $80. And yeah, the SATA 1 terabyte SSD house brand Inland at Micro Center is $82. And that's for a SATA. This one is a M2 kind. And that is interesting because we had a previous story on the after show where, who was it? Was it Western Digital? Somebody had all of their NAND chips get, or a bunch of them, billions of dollars worth, get contaminated. So you couldn't store anything on it anymore. And there was speculation that drive prices would go up, but not yet. Matt Daniels want to know how. How is Chris Hogan? I don't know. He has I think he has his own YouTube channel. You could check him out. I don't do a scripture of the day on this program there, Matt Daniels, but all right. But yeah, if you want to know about Chris, you can certainly do that. And I believe Everyday Millionaire's book is still available on the Ramsey Solutions website store. If you'd like to buy that by Chris Hogan. But yeah, I think Chris has his own YouTube channel, I believe. Let's see if this says anything about that. So the drives have been staying surprisingly low. Video cards are still hella expensive, as the kids say. Actually, they probably don't say hella anymore. Probably don't. Let's do some questions. Go to reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey for the Dave Ramsey subreddit. Not run by Ramsey Solutions, run by fans. So there could be, they don't mind if you criticize anything Dave or whatever, but they ask you to keep it civil and be respectful to each other. Credit union wants me to pay them what I paid them in my Chapter 13. Not safe for work. Why would that mean not safe for work? I don't know what that means, but I paid them in my Chapter 13. When you agree to pay them in a Chapter 13, that means you're agreeing to pay them that amount. So I don't understand what that is. All right, let's see what Pitarmigan Ridge Trail Pitarmigan Ridge Trail. Baby step 2 flare and not tricking me like the other guy did. We're using the baby step 2 and 3 because he was pausing due to inflation and the Russian invasion. Started with 94K. Have been saving money for 2 years and finally put 3 big payments on my student loans. You don't do that. You pay it as you get money. You don't save a big chunk and then put it to it. I paid it down to 20K. We're saving about 4K a month. I'm close to making the final payment. Excellent. Hope to be doing my debt-free stream next month. So excited. How's other baby step 2, baby step 3 success going? All right. You got 11 comments there. People telling him how they are doing it. Alternative U 9360 looking for a financial advisor. Hey, all with baby step 4 on the horizon. Husband and I are starting to look at, I'm assuming, financial advisors. Have a few questions based off of research. One firm in our area says they have a $100,000 minimum in order to work with us. What exactly that means? That means you have to have $100,000 to hand to them so they start your account with it. So yeah, or like in existing investment accounts that you can transfer to them to be working for you, to be operating for you. So 56 comments for this, so I'm sure they're fine with the answer. We know what we want to do in our baby step 4, open a Roth IRA to max out, okay? That's about all we will be able to do at this time given our income. My question is, do we need a financial advisor in order to accomplish this? What else can they do for us that I am overlooking? Well, a SmartVestor Pro and generally any financial advisor, not a financial coach, that's a different thing, but a financial advisor is supposed to teach you about the market, especially SmartVestor Pro, supposed to teach you about the stock market if you don't know about it, and advise like specific funds and such for you to invest in. Now, if you have none account right now, then you can't, that firm just won't work with you. And that does happen. There's even SmartVestor Pros that will not work with you from $1 investing. And so there is a person in the Ramsey Show chat. Isn't that right? Whoops. Isn't that right, Kel?
Oh, you're right, Steve.
That's right. Of course. Always right. She could not find a SmartVestor Pro in her area that would work with her from $1 investing. They required the same kind of thing where you had to have a certain amount, either, in cash that you could hand them to start an investing account for you, or an already existing one that you transfer to them to operate for you. And some will not do that, but she could not find any in her area, and so she taught herself. And same thing happened to me. I actually didn't even ever get to call anybody. The 3 that the Ramsey website let me know, and what would the way they did. I think they changed it since then, but the way that they did it back then is they gave me and the SmartVestor, basically they traded info. They gave them my info and gave me their info, And I called and emailed 3 of them and didn't hear back from any email or a called message. So I just said, well, how hard could it be? And so I taught myself how to do it. Everything that you need to know is on the Google, and you can watch Dave Ramsey's advice. Just Google or go to YouTube, do YouTube search on Dave Ramsey investing, and he will tell you the categories, not specific funds. So it'd be up to you to find the funds to do that. And so this person in the chat, in the Ramsey Show chat during the days, this person did that, taught herself how to pick mutual funds. And so she picked mutual funds in the categories that Dave recommends. And he recommends 25% each in small, mid, large cap, and international funds. And that is the perfect Dave investment breakdown there. And so I have a client, though, that didn't want to take the time to learn and did not even want to try to get help. So that client just did an S&P 500 mutual fund, index fund. And that is better than nothing. That's better than doing nothing. If you're not going to do anything else except that, that's definitely better than doing nothing. And so doing just that, open a Roth IRA account and buying an S&P 500 index fund is very easy to do. All right, but yeah, all the information is online about every fund, and definitely there's tons and tons of videos. If you just YouTube search Dave Ramsey investing, and so you can watch all of those, and that'll be all you need to know about the basics of his plan. It doesn't tell you what funds to use. He leaves that up to the SmartVestor pros to do, or any other financial advisor that would be theoretically in your town that you could sit across from and talk to. All right, so what I would recommend to these people to try a different firm and check with other firms. And if you haven't checked for a SmartVestor Pro through the Ramsey Solutions website, do that. But like I said, at the worst case scenario, it's very easy to open up a Roth IRA account and to buy constantly whenever, like every payday, you would do the 15% of net income, and you would buy that much money in whatever mutual fund or funds that you decide to get. Alrighty. All right, this is from TP Bear. Set up my Roth IRA. Now what? A WWDD. What would Dave do? Taking advice from the subreddit, open up Roth IRA with Vanguard. I want to go ahead. I'm gonna have to go ahead and have you come in on Sunday too. Yeah. I want to go ahead and put money in it, but I'm having trouble figuring out what's the best. Do I select buy and then select either ETFs or stocks or Vanguard mutual funds, or do I select contribute and then put money into the account? Someone had suggested TDF, but I don't see that as an option. Overwhelmed by the process and clearly a beginner. You open up the account, so you've done that, and then you have to transfer the money from your bank into the account. So it'll be cash in the account until you buy a fund with that. So, and that's 2 different transactions. So you have to, and they got 24 comments, so they're probably fine too. But yeah, you transfer whatever amount of money you want to put in that day. You transfer that to your Roth IRA account in Vanguard, and if you have opened that fund before the end of last year and you didn't max it out for last year, you can still contribute for last year up until tax day. If you did not open it until January 1st or after that, then you're stuck with contributing for this year only. So, but they do, if you don't max it out for the previous year, which in a Roth IRA, it's $6,000 a year if you are under 50 years old. If you're over 50, then you can do $7,000 a year. But yeah, first you got to transfer it from your bank. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, and I don't know, I would assume the other brokerage do this too, but I have Fidelity, so I know it works with Fidelity. I can transfer it over and then immediately buy, even before the transaction has actually happened. I can go ahead and buy whatever funds I want to in that amount. You can't go over. If you go over, it may take it take the transaction, but then it would fail later because you wouldn't have enough funds in the account to do that. But so, like, if you transfer $300 over, and then you buy $300 of one fund, or if you put 25% in each category, if you have it set up like Dave suggests, and then it works out to the exact dollar amount that you just transferred, then they should all let you do that. I don't know that they all do. So don't quote me on that, but I'm just telling you what Fidelity lets me do. So, and that is contributing. But yeah, you do have to select that from somewhere. And the what it's called may be different. It is that's done through the transfer tab on the Fidelity website. But on Vanguard, it may say contribute. And then after you hit contribute, it'll say, well, where from? And then you'd have to put your bank information in there so that it knows to take it from your bank. And then after that, then you have the money, and that goes in a temporary spot. That's just like a money market. And so you put that in there and you forget to buy mutual funds with it, it's still in there and it's still making a tiny bit at money market rate. Like I said, it's like 0.5% right now. You'll get that if you forget to buy mutual funds, but you have to do that. You have to contribute to do that, and then it goes into that account. Actually, before it does that, it goes into pending. Actually, so I'm wrong on that. At least again, giving you Fidelity information there. It goes into pending, and then but from pending, you can still do a buy. And then as long as the numbers are exactly even and you didn't try to buy more than you had in there, then that will go through. Otherwise, the transaction will fail. All right. And again, I'm assuming 24 comments. I'm assuming they took care of this person. I'll check when I go home. I'll check and make sure. Alrighty, question about paying off the student loans is from OK Hippo 2212. What would Dave do? Dave would pay them off. Let's see. Hello, everyone over there. Some perspectives on my situation. And it's not really different perspectives or whatever that. If you either want to know what Dave would do, or you want to know what anybody that can type in a subreddit would do. But I digress. Graduated college in December and I began working full-time and starting to hack away at my student loan debt. Currently just under $14K. That's not that bad. Making around $50K a year. Should be able to get that done in a year and a half or so. Maybe less. I recently paid off my car worth about $10K. Excellent. And have thrown about $3K towards the student loan so far. Okay, so it was 17, so it's down to 14 now. Okay. My employer has a tuition repayment benefit where they will pay just over 2K per year towards outstanding student loans for up to 5 years, 10K max benefit. This comes out to just under $180 a month that they are currently paying. Student loans currently have the 0 interest, doesn't matter, until May, but I've been aggressively paying them off regardless. Excellent. I'm not banking on any forgiveness. Excellent plan. I'm thinking mathematically that paying them off at this aggressive rate, $1,000 per month, is a bit overkill considering it will retire the student loan repayment benefit early, therefore throwing away free money. However, the emotional side of me just wants to be debt-free. Exactly. 10K just seems like a lot of money to give up in benefits, but that is over the span of years, right? You got to be there for 5 years. So that locks you in to there for 5 years. Maybe you don't want to be locked in there for 5 years. So that's that. It's awesome benefit, and I can't help but feel like I'm losing free money if I stick with this. Well, people have the same thing about the match in the 401k match that employers do. And for baby step 2, like you have student loan debt, you would be in baby step 2. So if there was any match in your retirement, if you were contributing that, Dave advises you not to do that and throw all that money to your debt. And then once you get out of debt and have your full emergency fund saved, then you can resume investing. So, but a lot of people do not do that, and they did theirs perspective, and they don't take Dave's advice on that. So that's up to you. I've considered paying on them until I get them under the remaining benefit amount and letting my company pay them off over the coming years. And I also considering keeping the foot on the gas with the extra money for my work, just being a nice boost until they're paid off. Maybe something in the middle would be better. I don't know why you would do the middle. I mean, at that point, well, why not just do one or the other? I mean, you could, like you were saying, get them down to where just the amount of money that they're paying, so you wouldn't have to pay it anymore, but you would still get the benefit from them. So I mean, that might be logical, but that's not Dave's advice. Dave's advice is to get rid of it as soon as possible, and you are getting the free money per month until you do have them paid off. But yeah, I'm sure on the subreddit you'll get people that will want you to keep the student loan around like a pet and keep that active just so you get all of that money and get to keep every little cent that you can. I'm sure people will say that. All right, here was the with inflation and the Russian invasion, should baby step 2 be put on hold? And they forgot to say that they forgot to include the pandy if you're looking for excuses to pause the baby steps. So basically, stuff that is like geopolitical events and stuff like that, that's not an emergency where you have to pause the baby steps. The inflation was happening anyway before the Russian invasion. The Russian invasion is not causing you any problems. Maybe you got to pay a little bit more for groceries or something like that due to this and the pandy even before this, but that doesn't change the advice. You don't you pausing the baby steps is because you are having a baby, and in which case there could be medical bills, etc., from that. And so then you would pause until mom and baby are home safe. And then with all that pile of cash that you have, then you would go right back to where you were before you paused, which in this case would be on baby step 2. And so you would put all of that on there until it's gone. If you've saved up more than that, then great. Baby step 2 is over, and then you can put whatever's left to baby step 3. But yeah, but this person just, was not getting it because, would this qualify as a circumstance to put baby step 2 on pause and work on baby step 3? It's not, like I just said, you're just piling up cash. It doesn't have the name baby step 3 on it. And it's not your baby step 3 because the second you unpause, it goes to baby step 2. So it does not count for baby step 3. So you have an idea an incorrect idea of how it works, which also did my favorite one ever, which is the one where I was looking for it the other night. I was going to make a highlight of it. The one where the person tried to do all of the baby steps at once. Debt-free, I think it was debt-free except for a student loan. But put enough money to pay the student loan off into a money market account, and was waiting until the interest kicked back up again to try to get, I think it was amount to make $250. So for $250, they're going to keep the student loan around like it was a pet. But anyway, they did that, and then they were saying how they have this much in savings, and this much in savings, and this much in savings. And so also, if you have 3 different savings accounts, and you have a student loan, you're still doing it wrong. But they had other issues, but as I said, they were doing that, and they mentioned about hashtag mention that their daughter, they were gonna save. They made a lot of money too, and they were gonna save money for their daughter's college, but then they said something like, and then hopefully she won't have to go into debt for college, and it's like, you don't have to let that be an option at all. You make enough money to cash flow it probably, and if not, if you're saving up for it, if you know now, you know how much in advance, you know how much per month you need to save for it. Alrighty, let's see, what do we have coming up on streams? Tomorrow's Ramsey Show Aftershow show, that's at 4 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right after the Ramsey Show ends. The Ramsey Show starts at 6 p.m. and then the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, which is this show, starts at 6 p.m. when the Ramsey Show ends. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Old Man Video Gaming. That's Wednesdays and Saturdays. I do some bonus ones as well. We'll see. I'm probably not going to do any tonight. Going to go straight to bed when I go home probably. Wednesdays, no set time. Curse of Oak Island, no cap recap. I put that up this Wednesday. Yesterday and this morning I put up the no cap recap of the newest episode of Beyond Oak Island, which was called Pancho Villa's Plunder. And let's see, Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern time, tech support with Coach Steve Money. I do the same thing I just did with the Ramsey questions, except I go to the tech support subreddit and I do that. To give my plugs, you can schedule a free financial consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Link is in the chat and in the video description, or you can just click this link right here on my YouTube banner. This P is for PayPal. That's how you can donate to the show. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. This globe, it's Instagram, at me on the ground. And that is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And that, what else? Oh, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com is my email, and you can ask me questions about anything, about financial coaching, about anything on my YouTube channel. Oak Island, computer stuff, video game stuff, whatever's on your mind. Be more than happy to chat with you about it. And I'm looking for volunteers to sing the Baby Step song. You can sing it live. We can work that out. We have the technology. Or you can record yourself singing it, and I will just play the video. Or if it's just an audio recording, I'll play the audio recording. But I am looking for other people to sing it. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. So you can email me, and I can email you if you'd like. I can email you the the link for the exact track that I used to sing to it. Alrighty. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Still subscriber check. No, still at 392, so we didn't actually get any during the show today. But that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Make smart financial decisions every day.